In the early 70s, two guys named Miller and Kreisel would forever change sound as we know it. It all started in Los Angeles in 1973. Steely Dan was recording their third album, but they wanted it to sound different than anything else out there. Sound engineers Miller and Kreisel started to build the first ever subwoofer used for music production, and in 1974, they founded M&K Sound. Then, things took off. In the 1970s and 80s, M&K built studios for Hollywood's shot-calling directors and LA's top-shelf producers. The demand for uncompromising sound was growing, and the industry would never sound the same again. In 1991, George Lucas raised the bar for cinemas and home theaters everywhere. He defined a program to ensure his films were shown in their truest form. The program was named THX. Two years later, in 1993, the Dolby digital format was born as the standard for Hollywood movies. It was developed on multi-channel M&K speakers, one of the milestones that would shape the company in the years to come. In 1999, George Lucas returned to the Star Wars universe. Lucas chose M&K Sound for all 3 new episodes. In the new millennium, M&K continued to deliver sound for the modern classics that would define the era. Whether it was Pirates at Sea, or Hobbits on Adventures, M&K Sound delivered. In 2009, Dolby and Disney installed M&K systems in their major studios, and the industry's biggest players followed suit. "40 years after Steely Dan and the first subwoofer, M&K had become a household name in the sound industry, and the legacy continued.
We all react emotionally to music and sound, since hearing is a primary sense that has direct access to the subconscious. And working with sound, you realize that you can use sound in so many different ways by speeding it up or slowing it down and try to do stuff that was never heard before, which is very rewarding when you're a sound geek like me. I find the M&Ks very accurate, transparent, and easy to mix on. But the most important thing is that they translate so well all the way out to the end user. It's fine that I have something in my room that sounds great, but if it doesn't sound good when it comes out into the world, it doesn't matter anyway. I think the most important thing you can invest in is the best set of speakers you can get, because it doesn't matter which plug-in you use if the speaker doesn't tell the truth. And to me, that's exactly what M&K does.
As a professional, what I look for in a loudspeaker system is mainly the mid-range, the transient response, the truthness, and the accuracy. I choose M&K systems since we're working with the live instruments a lot here. We want to reproduce the sound and the feel we get here in the recording room, and we want that same feel in the control room. And I found that in the M&K systems.
What natural sound is to me is being able to listen to anything and be immersed and not be pulled out of that show. Then the speaker is doing its job, and M&K certainly does that. Trusting the speakers helps me to focus on what I'm doing creatively and not worrying about trusting if what I'm hearing on the speakers is actually what is there. Whether it's working in a big studio or working out of my studio at home, I always get consistent results with the M&Ks, and that's a big, big plus for any speaker system.
A lot has happened since the first subwoofer in 1973, but the philosophy is still the same. What you see is what you get, and what you get is the most accurate loudspeaker in the world. It neither adds nor subtracts. It simply reveals. M&K Sound, the choice of professionals.